Hey guys, today I am back at Universal Studios Orlando Resort, and today I am here to cover everything that is new. There's some new Halloween Horror Nights construction, so we're gonna go in here and check this out, and the Tribute store has closed, and we're gonna take a look at that and see if we have any clues for the next one. So come on and join me. It is the beginning of August and the crowds are still here, but they're not as bad as they normally are during June and July. So that's a plus. A lot of people are back in school now. So let's head into the park. Let's check out everything new. I always think it's kind of funny. I always get stopped for the surveys. I've filled them out like 100 times, but it takes like 2 seconds. It doesn't take long at all. All right, we do have a lot to talk about today, so let's start with this down Production Central. Take a look at this. We now have trusses up for the first scare zone. Hey there. So now, within the next couple of weeks, all of this is going to be changed over. So it looks like this is going to be a walkway like before, or not necessarily a walkway, like something holding a banner. This is Halloween Horror Nights right up here. Last year, if you guys remember what that looked like, and I'll insert a clip right here of that. It is so cool. But yeah, so all of that right there. Probably within the next day or so, there'll be more up, I'm sure. But it's pretty cool. Then last year, remember, we had a Halloween Horror Nights sign over here. Hopefully we'll get something like that again. But right now, that's all they got. Now, of course, there's a lot of people that walk through Production Central. So this is one of the central scare zones here, obviously. But it's pretty cool. I like that they do this. I like that it's kind of like welcoming you to the event. There's a lot of clapping going on. Uh-oh. Here we go. Applause. Give it up. That is always hilarious. I love stuff like that. Anyway, let's move on to the Tribute store. Uh-oh, what do we got here? Looks like we got some tents set up right outside the Transformers queue. This is typically where a lot of food booths are during the special events and stuff like that, but here they are. 2 of them. Back where the Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of themed booth was last year. And then over here, we have another one. It's getting close. All this stuff's starting to go up. Yeah, I don't think that there was a booth here last year. This is right across from Jimmy Fallon. I don't think there was one here last year, but still, it's pretty cool that they're putting one here. It might be because their construction wall's still on the other side here. That could be it. I don't know if they're gonna have that done by the start of Halloween Horror Nights. Now we have come to the Tribute store. And look, the facade is still up, but notice the sign on the poster area here. Closed. Huh. So, to me, remember what I was saying? I had said that I thought this was going to turn into a haunted theater, like a rundown haunted theater, and I could be right. We will see. Nobody knows for sure, but I've been speculating that for a while with the clues that were in the Tribute store and stuff like that. So normally it does not say close. Normally they take the whole thing down and start from scratch, but I don't know. They still could. I mean, there's plenty of time for them to still take it down and completely undo every theory that I have, but I don't think so. I think I might be right about this. And right behind me is some new props set up for this scare zone, which is believed to be Candy Mutants. Now, the other day I was saying that I don't think this is going to be Candy Mutants. because of the hay and because of this thing here. But I've kind of changed my tune on this a little bit. We're going to investigate this a little closer. Let's take a look over here. So they've added all of this to it, little pumpkins and just different like cornstalk looking things. We'll get to that in just a second. And that's on this side too. You can see all the little pumpkins and stuff. But take a look at this. Look at this stand right here. And in particular, look at this. Major Sweets Candy Company. And look who's on the hat. It's Little Boo. Which all that Little Boo merch that we showed you in the last video has like been selling out like hotcakes. But look at that. So that leads me to believe that maybe this will be some kind of Candy Mutants kind of ordeal. We'll have to see. Alright, not only do they have that, but they also have this setup. Look at this, like a torn down tent here. It's pretty cool. Do not climb, of course, it says on it, but it looks like the little tent and booth have been run over by this tractor here. Huh. And on top of this tractor that's here, there's this covered up. Where have we seen things like this covered up before? Huh. You tell me. Last year, we saw things covered up in this section last year. Ended up being like gross bodies that were just like, just gross, you know? They had those covered up last year, and it looks like that's going to be the same way this year too. Now moving right along, right outside of the mummy, we have these little pumpkin little scarecrow looking things hanging on the lights. That's pretty cool. It looks typically like a Halloween decoration during like a fall festival or something, I think. And I think that's the whole ordeal there. I'm pretty sure that's what that is, but that's pretty cool. And it looks like no mummy today. Oh well, we're gonna keep checking up on it, but I would think it would be open by next week since Universal is doing pass holder appreciation days and they're releasing a mummy magnet. It would be kind of weird if they didn't, but who knows. I've heard some things are behind, so that's probably why. I do have another prop piece to show you, but I don't want to get in front of this guy. He's kind of scary. I'm going to show you guys in just a second. Alright, look at this. We have some corn stalks here. That's pretty cool. It looks like someone's covered up there, too. Huh. Interesting. So it looks like it's going to be a good old country fair, but with some maybe Candy Mutants, maybe? I don't know. It's pretty cool, though. And like one side, on the other side, here's another pumpkin hanging here on this light post. That's pretty cool. This one has more of a, definitely more of a scarecrow feel to it. That's pretty cool. I like that. I just now noticed there's another one right over here by Finnegan's too. That's pretty cool. So I'm not going to go into Sahara Traders today because I'm pretty sure it's the same thing that's been going on. It's just a waiting game right now. It doesn't look like any more lighting's been added to Sting Alley. It looks exactly the same. So nothing has changed right here. Well, these guys are all the way down the street here in New York. That's pretty cool. Here's one here. And right out in front of Rosie's Irish shop, there's one there too. Pretty cool. We're going through the whole park today. We're going to see what else is new here, what's going on, because there's a lot that has been updated. So let's get moving to San Francisco. All right, here we go. Right outside of Fast and Furious, new Scare Zone set pieces have been added. Look at this. This is pretty cool. Look at this huge cauldron here. That is pretty awesome. Look at that. And all the writing down here. Someone will have to transcribe that for me because I don't know what I'm talking about. If it's anything, it could just be fake. But look at this. And then an actual stage. There's going to be multiple scare actors up here. Probably something going on up here besides, you know, this. But you see the cauldron here. I'm sure it's going to have smoke coming out of it. And of course they have the truss here too. This side of the stage too, you can see a little bit better the actual stage itself. Looks like there's no step pads or anything like that added right yet, but this just was put up last night, so we're getting closer and closer and closer. We are, what, 3 weeks away now? So pretty impressive, pretty awesome. That is really cool. I love that. All right, let's move on. All right, you guys remember the area we were talking about where we said it was probably gonna be like a dining area with some booths set up. So now it kind of looks like we're right. Look at this. Obviously this is where a menu is supposed to go, right there. But there's something really cool back here I want to go show you guys. So if you actually walk back here, look at these structures. These are pretty impressive. Look at that. All like the rune writing on there. Looks very Lord of the Ring-ish to me. Lord of the Ringsy, whatever you want to say. That is pretty cool. So it looks like it's just, I guess just theming. I don't know if there's going to be lights that go on top of that or not. Well, we know about this lighting truss. It was here before. We've seen it. But here is yet another one. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. I love the look of that, man. If I had my way, the whole HHN would be themed this way. It does look like it says HHY, which I don't know what those symbols mean, but it's pretty awesome. And yet another one way at the back here of Lombard's. Oh, that's awesome. Look, they're all down here too. Look at this. This looks like a bar area that's been set up. Look at this. This is really cool. Look at these too, like the actual work here. That is awesome. Huh. All this is new. All this has never been here before. See here, they're gonna have like menus here. That's pretty awesome. Then this side too is done. You can tell these are temporary, but it's pretty amazing. And last one here. This is so cool. All right, let's get moving. Coming back out here, man, this is gonna be cool. I'm gonna have to come chill in this area because like if they have it like lit up like kind of a reddish color here, like see how that's kind of shining through? Let me zoom in. The light's kind of shining through right there. So imagine if they were like lit up red and stuff. That would be really cool. I'm hoping that's what happens. I still love the look of this, man. So cool. It'd be like its own like little ritual party or something going on over here. That would be pretty sweet. But we must move on as we have more to show. We're not done yet. We have quite a bit more. So we don't have anything set up here yet. We've been speculating that something will be right here. But let's look over to the left because there's something there. We have a new food tent set up. Look at that. It's pretty cool. This was one of my favorite ones last year, although I didn't enjoy the food that was there. It had the pumpkin guts. I didn't want that. But this one was really cool last year. So Yet another one. And construction walls are now down back here. Looks like it was just to put those hedges up there. That was it. And coming out of Simpsons, we have yet another food booth. It's gonna be set up right here, right on the other side of Central Park. Well, that is not the only one. Right out in front of Animal Actors, we have one, actually two. No, make that three. Three food booths. That was the worst ever. Oh my gosh, I feel like the count over here. So anyway, we have three. And pretty soon they'll have like little facades on top of them. But right now they're just white tents. So plenty of food booths to go around. Pizza fries, twisted taters, all that kind of stuff around here. All right, going down Central Park now. All right, coming out of Central Park, you can see this here. They now have two trusses here. So I guess this is gonna be some kind of an official like walk-in scare zone area. So what exactly could this be? You know, like how is it gonna be set up? Assuming scare actors are gonna be standing here performing, and then they'll probably have more stuff set up here along the way eventually. But right now, yeah, two trusses up like that, and it looks like they're, you know, just different setup from the front and back here. I thought it was going to be a banner, but now I think it's going to be like a whole like introduction to this section. So could be really cool. And according to the speculation map from Horror Night Nightmares, this is supposed to be Scarecrow. So yeah, pretty crazy. So I wanted to add to that in San Francisco that Horror Night Nightmares actually said they believed it was going to be a Coven Witches section. With that cauldron there, I believe that they're right. Imagine standing here and then, boo! More lights up there. You can see there. It's pretty cool, man. Cannot freaking wait. Oh, what is this? All right, right beside La Bamba, we have this. Take a look at this. This is awesome. Another drink booth. I'm assuming it's just gonna be drinks, probably no food. Man, it looks awesome. Forget the correct term of what this is, but yeah, it's pretty impressive. I love this. So cool. And look at the detail on the skulls here. And the little flower cross up there, that's awesome. Every little bit of detail this year. I mean, so cool. And it's on the other side too. That's so cool. Like I said, I believe it's just gonna be like a drink booth. I don't think there'll be any food here. I could be wrong. Hope there is, so I can come and utilize this booth. There has been so much to cover today, and we're not done yet. There's a couple more things I want to show you. All right, coming into Hollywood Boulevard, there have been a couple of set pieces added, and some more detail. So to this little piece here, there's been some overgrown leaves, grass, mold, all kinds of different things. See here, they even have it in the corners of the little windows there. All of this has been added. It's pretty cool. And over top of the door here too. Just a little bit for theming to make it look like it's old. But look at this. Speakers are in here. Now this might just be for storage right now. I'm sure they're not going to leave those in there. But that's pretty cool. And all the overgrown grass and twigs and everything have been added to this one as well. That's cool, man. Doesn't get much cooler than that, right? Looks like a cobweb, but I think that's real. That's awesome. And here is another set piece that has been added. This is pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Another speaker there. It's kind of a diagonal piece almost, sticking out of the side, just another little archway. That's pretty cool, man. I love that. And right outside of the broadcast center, here is another one, just like the one we just saw, but no speaker on that one. That's pretty cool. We are just so close, guys. Man, it's gonna be so awesome. So there has not been any announcements of houses yet as of today. If there is something, I'll put it in this video. Also, there hasn't been any mention of what kind of food is going to be at the event. So we should get that really any day now. So I stopped off in the Universal store before I headed out, and I noticed this. I don't know if this is new or not. I have never seen this before, but this little love potion bag. It's pretty cool. Actually, the price tag on this is $82. Alright guys, so that was our day out at Universal Orlando. Checking out a lot of new things, man. Like a lot of new things. For sure, a lot of Halloween Horror Nights props are up. A lot of stuff is going on with that. They are just getting ready. Everything is moving rapidly and pretty fast now. Now, I did want to hit on the point that I've gotten a lot of messages from people saying, hey, they seem to be behind. They seem to be behind. But when I went and looked at my pictures from last year, today is August the 9th. Last year on August the 6th, they had just put up the Halloween Horror Nights sign that was out front in the main production central area. And they had just put up the scare zone area, the little trusses there. So I wouldn't say that they're that far behind. I think it's just that we've become impatient and we're really ready for it to happen. And it hasn't happened yet, of course, but we're still waiting. But a lot of cool stuff. A lot of the bar areas are set up and ready to go. Well, almost ready to go. A lot of the food tents are set up and ready to have their facade put on the front and ready to roll. So I'm assuming within the next week, I would think we're going to get some kind of an announcement of whether or not there's going to be food or what kind of food we're going to get. I think that'll come really soon. I'm not sure when, but I think it'll come pretty soon. And then we don't have any more house announcements yet. Hopefully we will get that this week, something at least. We're really close. Now, I did notice that last year they released like all the scare zones at the same time. When I went back and looked at some of my old pictures I have saved on my phone, it was all on the same day. So with that being said, I'm thinking that's what they're going to do again this year. As far as houses go, they're probably just going to hit them all at one time, because I would suspect that none of them are original IPs. Or all, the rest of them, excuse me, the rest of the houses are probably original IPs and not copyrighted IPs or anything like that. So we will see. If you don't know what IP means, it means intellectual property. So example, like Halloween is an IP, Blumhouse is an IP, give you an idea for that. Also, one thing I wanted to cover is that Universal has made some updates to their policy for CityWalk, and it's actually a curfew has been added to CityWalk. Let me read this to you. This I'm actually reading from Universally Addicted, our friends out there. We love them. Curfew added for guests under 21 at Universal CityWalk Orlando. This curfew policy affects guests under 21 years of age on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays after 9 p.m., effective immediately. But with a few exceptions. Guests accompanied by a parent or guardian or other family over 21 is okay. Guests staying at a Universal resort with a key card, you're okay. Guests who have already purchased a ticket to a movie at Cinemark, the theater, will be escorted to the theater. Guests under 21 will not be allowed past security to purchase the ticket. And then guests under the age of 18 will be escorted out of CityWalk by security after 9 p.m. if they do not have a parent, guardian, or family member. And guests over 18 but under 21 will be allowed to remain in CityWalk after 9 p.m. that are already on property. So really a lot to unpack there. And the reason why this was set up was because there was a scare a few weeks ago here in the parking garage, and a lot of things got said and speculation, but what it was is that a fight broke out between some minors here, and then there was reports of a gun No one actually had a gun, so it's all kind of crazy stuff. So that's why they're implementing this and putting this in place, because it was just a bunch of teenagers that got together, got in a fight here in the parking garage. So, let me know down in the comments what you think about this curfew thing, if you're for it, if you're against it, whatever. But anyway, guys, get excited. It's Halloween Horror Night season. We're really, really close. We're going to be coming back to the park quite frequently because I'm sure this week there's going to be a lot to unpack and, whatever. But we got to see a lot of cool things today. So, guys, if it's your first time here watching, please consider subscribing. That greatly helps us out. And we're always updating you guys on Halloween Horror Nights and everything going on in the parks at Universal, Disney, SeaWorld, and etc. We're here for you guys. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, the road goes ever on. I'll see you next time.